Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to my channel. It's your boy Moscow Explore. Today it's a beautiful weather out here because it's very snowing, and then since 2 days ago, I want to tell you about German culture shocks. Okay, some of these I experienced, while some I didn't, but I feel like it's important especially if you're coming from tropical countries like Africa or some part of Asia or even outside Europe. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you need to understand how things go so you can get shocked and get misunderstood. So keep watching as I bring you these culture shocks. Okay, don't touch that dial. Feel it? Feel it? No. Wunderbar. Yeah. The first culture shock I want to tell you about is the snow. Okay, it could be also like a climate difference. The snow is a very beautiful thing to see, in the screen, to see on site, especially when it's raining down. And then, but if you're coming from a country where you don't have extremely cold weather, you have to understand that it is very, very important to come with your jackets, winter jackets or thick jacket. This one is not thick enough for this weather because it's very freezing right now, very cold. And then it's important because when it's snowing, it's a bit more cold and intense with cold, especially when the snow is melting away. The cold is quite chilling, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you are surprise yourself to be in the country without covering yourself very well, you may get like cold in your ribs, maybe pneumonia, I don't know what they call it, and then that's very bad for your health. So it's important to get prepared and know for sure that when it's snowing, it's getting more cold in the environment, and there is need to be prepared before time for this cold weather. Make sure where you are living, or if there is heater. I know most of buildings have heater, so that's very important. And that's the first culture shock I had when I came newly to Germany. I was like, I hope I'm gonna survive this cold weather because I came from Asia, which is like Eastern Asia, and it's a tropical country, and it's more sunny also, like I said, you can have in Africa. And then I was so like wondering how it's gonna be, how I'm gonna survive the weather, having been a little bit nervous about cold weather. And then I'm getting along because also I came with jackets and stuff like that. So it's better to get prepared when you're coming to Germany, especially when you're landing in the winter time. That shift from coming from warm weather to the cold weather could be very surprising or shocking. So it's important to consider the temperature of where you are going, the climate, so you can get sick or shocked. The second culture shock in Germany is that in the mall when you are shopping. Okay, once you put your food items on the moving table, I don't know what they call it, you kind of have to be fast to cross over the counter and then to begin to pick that back to your either your bag or into your shopping trolley, right? Yeah, because if you don't do that, once the cashier move fast, because they are very fast, they move those stuff items immediately, and then they cost it, and then they move it and shift it aside. And then if you are not very fast, everybody in the queue is gonna be looking at you like, what are you doing? Like that. And then you'll be more like pressured to either move those things inappropriately, and then you may damage your stuff that you already paid for. So it's important when you're shopping in German stores, you just get ready. Once you put your item on the table, once they are costing it, you should be fast enough to pick it back to your shopping trolley or cart, and then and rearrange it later in other tables that may be outside there. Okay, it's very important because initially I made a lot of like I was like, "Oh, what is this, man?" Being slow by in picking those things and seeing the reaction on people's face, like, "Get the fuck out of here, man," so we can put the shit. So it's important to know that, okay? The third one, the culture shock, is language barrier. Um, I've been to several countries that doesn't speak English, but in Africa, and also in Asia. And then I realized that some of them doesn't make big deal of not speaking English. Like they try to understand you, they try to, as much as they can, to speak, to align, to understand what you're saying and take you along. That may make you lazy to learn language, but in Germany, it's important to learn the language, because I came to Germany during the COVID, when the COVID was in a very intensive, time of COVID, and then was quite shocking that I tried to get a job. Couple of months I've been in Germany, and then looking through the eBay, looking through the stepstones, looking through the different job sites, and then trying to make contacts, with these companies. And then when I talk in the phone, "Hello, I'm this person. I want to talk with you, about this job," and then they say they speak to me in German straight away, and I don't know how to even say hello in German. But I know it's hello, okay? Yeah, I don't know how to say like basic words in German, so it was hard. Most of them drop calls, because actually most of them don't really understand this language, and some, because it's been a long time, maybe not speaking in English, it will be difficult for them. So it's important for you to learn the language, because if you are working or if you are studying, whatever you're doing, your daily life, knowing German language, even in a basic form before coming, is very important. You save you a lot of stress and a lot of misconception, because you think people are not understanding you, maybe because you don't understand what they're saying, you know what I'm saying? So some also try as much as they can to speak in English, but this is like inconveniencing some people, maybe. But for your own good, it's important you learn how to speak German before coming, or once you come to Germany, you just enroll for German class. The basics may serve you to an extent, depends on what you're doing in the country. But if you prepare to stay and live in Germany, it's very, very important. You have your language class up to B1 or B2. I think that's enough. That's the third one. So the fourth culture shock is why communicating with people. You have to understand that while having a meeting with people, while communicating with them, you have to respect people's privacy, because there's high privacy, like consciousness here in Germany. Even in the universities, exams are being registered with codes, with TAN. Even with the banks, they can have a private, a lot of codes and a lot of privacy with documentation, even communication, even in sharing things that have to do with documents. Is very, very important. The same way it is, you have to respect privacy and understand that this is how the system functions. That the system has been in existence, so you coming have to be aware of what the system is all about, so you can be able to adapt. Not to try to misunderstand it. So privacy is important. Then at the same time, if you're having meeting with people, you have to be punctual, because here, if you're not punctual in meeting or in having meeting, whether it's job meeting, even if it's informal meetings, you have to be very, very punctual, because lack of punctuality may cancel job for you, may cancel appointment for you, may cancel contract for you, may even cancel many things for you in Germany. They are very strict with appointment, and very strict with timing, and also articulate yourself when you are communicating and when you are in the city having things to do with people that has to do with appointment. Very important. Yeah, another one is the holidays in Germany. Okay, holidays are being strictly adhered to. This country is so articulated that people strictly obey and check on each other, and also they adhere to law. Like, you can practically not find any, any, how do you say, any drifts or any inadherence to law, because for instance, in the holidays, all the shops are locked city to city. Whether you are in a major city or you're in a smaller city, it's the same rule, and this principle is being adhered to all over the country. For instance, this is Sunday, right? Every day that is weekend, especially on Sundays, all malls closed. Maybe fragment of shops like donut shops where you can get snack or something like a burger, are open. Maybe some of the fast food here and there, but majorly all the shops and malls, every business activity is shut down completely. I know this might be also the same in many countries, but it's surprising that even malls are closed on Sunday. So if you come to Germany on Sunday and you want to stroll to buy some things, it's closed, and it's closed. There's nothing you can do about it. And then also, in some cities, malls also close by 6 p.m. depending maybe on the weekend, like Saturday, like it closed a little bit earlier. And then when it closes. So you have to always, it's designed for you to pre-plan all your activities and be informed. Okay, yeah, very very important to be informed and be pre-planned, so that you don't get shocked, because some of these things seem simple, but if you're existing in the society already and you don't know about this, inability or lack of knowledge about this, it's not an excuse that you don't have to face the consequences. One thing I noticed that is very surprising for me is that there are practically almost lack of signages in Germany. Like there's no big billboards everywhere, or like shops bringing out their very big signages. It's always like very little, very small signages, even in hospitals, like or clinics. You could see signage like a very small printed in a big building, just in the front of it. So if you imagine, if you're looking for that location, you have to look it down up to the door before you could see that, oh, this is the place. So I faced that before, when I was new, but right now I know how it functions. So this is very important for you to know. Yeah, another culture shock is the food, Yeah, to be honest, German have a very healthy food that is standardized, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, and I was coming from a culture in Asia whereby rice is like a staple food. Almost like everything is being eaten with rice. Not that they don't have various other food, but they prefer rice a lot. I came here in Germany, and then it's more of potatoes, bread, you know what I'm saying? I kind of seeing it like, I don't know, but if you ask me, I would say the rice is not so much of a steady food here. Like it's not like they can't do without rice. Rice is being eaten, but not really like a staple food. I see more of potatoes and bread, you know what I'm saying? So, and the bread is one of the most delicious meal here in Germany, because it's been baked in different ways, different style, different medium, and it's all lekker, sehr lekker, And then people take beer a lot, even in the cold weather, even in the hot weather, anytime, any day, people drink beer. Like, it's amazing. I'm not saying that people don't drink beer every other place, but beer is very, very common here in Germany. I think they also have the best beer in the world, and also the best bread in the world. Yeah, you go check it out. So this is another important one. So if you're a beer drinker, or you like bread a lot, or potatoes, yeah, and then most of the meals is with meats, good meats, and I like meat a lot. So it's a good one for me. It kind of like means a lot to me, because I was coming from a culture where I ate rice a lot, so I was looking for alternative. So when I came to Germany, I concentrated on the potatoes. That was really an amazing one for me. So that's very very nice about the food. So, but also they also have provision for vegan foods, like which is like a very advantageous for those who doesn't eat meat. Vegan option is always available. The first impression I got when I landed in Germany, in Jena, was that I tried to open the window when my friend was not around. My mind always cut into two because I was thinking that, the window is already falling off on me, okay? Just watch this. I don't know if this is peculiar to Germany alone, but it was a very shocking and a surprising thing for me. The window opens in several ways, but the shocking one is I tried to open the window and then I did like this. The window seems not to open. Then I did like that. I returned it back from the down to the up. And then I did like this. Oh, I thought it was about to fall because it pulled back a little bit. I lived in various other countries I've been to. I never experienced this style of window sliding. And then I was so shocked. I pushed it back. Oh, I calm down, then I try again, and I see that it's normal, that it's standing like even after that. So it's important to I think know that. But you can also still open maybe sideways like this, which is like I think is normal, but the other way around was not so normal. So but there is a high recycling tendencies in Germany, like plastic bottles. In fact, you have to get paid per each plastic bottle 25 cents. If you return it back to the mall, there's a machine there, you put it and you get the cash. Yeah. One of the German culture shock or surprise is the plastics are recyclable and you can get money for it, okay? It's very important to know. Everyone costs 25 cents. You watch me do this, okay? Yeah. You don't put your hand inside when you're making it. You just put, yeah. Ich verstand nicht.
Pfand.
Aha, Pfand.
So, oder kommt schon automatisch.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you get your receipt. You see, 8 euros. So guys, isn't that amazing? From all you drink and eat, you make money out of it. That alone, encourages people to recycle. Everybody keeps their trash cans and then their water bottles, their whatever they used to put back in the machine and then go inside the mall and then get some cash or maybe shop with the receipt you're gonna get from the machine. So it's important to know Germany is punctual oriented when it comes to appointment. Germany is recycling oriented. Germany is kind of adhered strictly to rules, and also in Germany education system is very perfect. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's so much cold that I'm almost freezing. In fact, I'm going to take my bicycle to go back to my house because honestly I'm freezing. Thank you for watching, and then make sure you subscribe. I'm gonna bring you more goodies around other European countries and every other place that we have to go to bring you the vibes and exploration. Yeah, thank you. Subscribe. Ciao. Bye bye.